Hello and thank you so much for clicking on the video. As someone with over 300 hours topside, I'm going to be showing you a few things that I wish I had known so much earlier. And even if you're a topside veteran, I'm pretty sure there will be a thing or two in here that you did not know about. Without wasting any more time, let's go. Okay, so first off, those of you who are brand new to the game, when you're running with your gun out, you run like this. It's pretty slow and sluggish. If you holster your gun, you run a lot quicker. So that's just something to bear in mind. You're going to want to run around most of the time with your gun away. In Arc Raiders, you're always racing other players to the best loot spots or to fight the biggest arc, just to whatever objective you're doing. So one of the most important items that you can take into a raid is adrenaline shots. These are going to make sure that you never run out of stamina, and they're going to save you minutes, which are vital to get into the best places first. I never go into a raid without at least 7. You can craft adrenaline shots in the medical lab for 3 chemicals and 3 plastic, or alternatively, you can purchase them from Lance, the dirty bastard in the clinic, for an extortionate price. You'll notice that when you're sprinting and you pop a stim, it's going to walk slowly and slow you down. So a great way to save time is to slide and pop your stim that way, and then you don't lose as much momentum. Another tip that I've got is when you first load into a raid, you're going to want to keep your ammo in your safe pocket, because you can actually use the ammo in the safe pocket. It doesn't have to be in the backpack, and this is going to mean if you get killed straight away in a raid, that you're not spending time faffing around in Speranza, making yourself loads of ammo. It's going to save you resources and valuable time. This is another thing that it takes people a very long time to realise, and some people might go 200 or 300 hours into the game and not even realise. If you've got no bandages and you are hurt, you can actually grab your fabric, move that into the quick use slot, and you can apply that. It is not as quick as bandages. The health goes up quite slowly, but in a life or death situation, it can save your life. So this next one is about the Snaphook. When you use the Snaphook, you may just aim around like this and fire it and just hope that you get a hit, not knowing what the actual distance that you can hit is. But did you know that if you aim down sight, it actually tells you whether or not you're going to make a connection? So your crosshair's going to go from grey to white, and if it's grey, you're not going to make a hit, and if it's white, you know that you're going to get a guaranteed hit. Let me know in the comments if you knew about this one. I'm not ashamed to admit, I took far too long to find out about this one. Okay, so this next part's about ziplines. When you go to a zipline, if you look up on the zipline, you will go up. If you face down, you will go down. That is a very basic mechanic of the ziplines that not many people know until quite far into the game. You'll also notice that if you run up to a zipline and press F, there's a bit of a delay before you start going up the zipline. But if you run up to the zipline, jump and press F and look up, you get a momentum boost and you get up a lot quicker. Now the same applies for when you go down the zipline. You just want to drop off and grab onto the zipline last second, and you're not going to take any fall damage. That's quite a quick way to get down from height. But if you are in a location where there's no zipline and you want to get down, look for something down below that has an edge that you might be able to mantle onto, and you should just be able to drop off and spam spacebar and you'll grab onto it and you'll not take any fall damage. You'll notice if I do fall from this height without that shit's gonna hurt. If you're dropping off quite a small ledge like this one, you're gonna take a little bit of fall damage. One way to stop that would be to roll at the bottom, but that's going to slow you down. So the best way is to dodge roll just after you run off the edge, and you're going to land still in full sprint, and it's not going to slow you down at all. Here's another one for the newer players. If you have just done a free loadout and exfilled, you will have a free loadout augment in your stash. You can take this to the traders. I think it is this one. It's Lance. And you can actually click on this Looting Mark 1. You'll notice there's one there that costs space dollars, but there's also one that costs a augment. And you can purchase a upgraded looting augment for the free loadout, which is very handy when you are first starting off. So one item in this game is more valuable than any other, in my opinion, and if you look at Scrappy, it is one of the ones that Scrappy gives you. It is seeds. So you look there, assorted seeds, Now what you do with seeds is you take them to Celeste in the traders and you can
I help you?
purchase any of these items from Celeste. Now I highly recommend that every day you get some of these items, and the ones I would recommend are steel springs, oil to make wolf pack grenades if you want to take down some big arc. These are the things that you cannot craft in the game, and you have to actually go out into the topside to harvest them. So you want to be using your seeds and you want to be spending them every day. The items are quite abundant in the game, but it's just going to save you a lot of time and improve your quality of life. Now let's talk about moving around your inventory. So moving stuff from your stash to your loadout is quite simple. You can just drag it across. And as you can see down here, it says if you hold shift, you can do a quick move, which moves it straight across. And if you wanted to split the stack, you can hold alt and drag it across like that. But you might not know that if you hold shift and alt, you can just quickly move it across or move it back, and it just halves your stack straight across. One part of your stash that you should never have any items in is the weapon mods section, because you can actually put all of these onto weapons in your stash, which will save space. And to do this, you can either drag the weapon into this slot here. If it's in that slot, it won't let you attach anything, but it's got to be in here. And you can click on each item slot and then stick them on like that. Double tap them if you want to remove them. Or another way you can do it if you don't want to drag them into there is find the weapon in the stash, inspect it, and then it shows you all the available mods that you can put on. And then you just double click these, choose the ones you want, and that's sorted, and it's tidied up your stash very nicely. Pops and fireballs are two of the most annoying arc in the game. Now pops are quite easy to kill. Even if they get quite close to you and you shoot them, you're not going to take any damage. But if they explode on their own, they're going to hurt you quite a bit. If you're wearing a light shield, two of them can take you down on their own. Another easy way to deal with them is to dive roll over the top of them in the opposite way that they're coming towards you, and this will trigger the blast, and you should just be out of the blast radius. Fireballs. If you shoot a fireball when it's not exposed, it's going to take quite a lot of shots to kill. However, if you let it come up to you and shoot it in its core, it's going to die in 1 or 2 hits. So that's how you deal with these annoying little bastards. If you are a player who wants to do PvE, but you're getting stuck in lobbies and you're thinking every single lobby is too much PvP, what's going wrong? Then there's an easy way to get yourself into the most friendly PvE lobbies that you can get, where you're not going to get shot no matter what. And that is to load into Stella Montes. Don't take any items in with you, and you're going to want to just surrender straight away once you're in there, and do this 10 times in a row, and you will get put straight into the friendliest of lobbies that you could wish for. This one's just a quick one. There's not many places that have guaranteed loot on any of the maps, but this spot, this field depot on Dam Battlegrounds next to the water towers, always has 4 processors, batteries and wires inside. So if we just open that up, always. When it comes to blueprints, I do have quite a lot of useful information on how to find them. As you can see, I have collected all of the available blueprints this season. That will probably need a video all of its own, so let me know in the comments if you'd be interested in seeing that. Also, if you can think of any other good tips for beginners that I've missed, get them down in the comments too. And if you did make it this far, thank you for watching. Hit the like button, and I'll see you on the next one.